The grand finale is upon us. After another incredible season of soul leveling, I have some thoughts before we dive into the series finale. Number one, Jinwoo has fully awakened. No one in the Hunter community even comes close to his level, and it's astonishing. He's essentially becoming a god in front of our eyes, able to do whatever he pleases. And let me break that down before we hop in. His mother's illness was his moral compass, the core, and he healed her. He was the weakest E-rank weakling. Now he's the strongest hunter of all time, and he's part of the top 10. But we all know that he stands alone. He was a nobody. Now the world is behind him. The world is hyping him up, looking to them as their leader and their king. Every step in Jinwoo's journey showcases his evolution from season 1 until now. Also, I got a theory. With his mastery of every combat style, his hand-to-hand combat, him being a general, a mage, a healer, he is the evil guy that we saw in season 1, episode 1. That infamous smirk, the eerie glare, that funny meme that we all came to love. I'm thinking that's him. We need to remember that early on, he cracked the code. He broke through the simulation. He broke through the system. He's the only one to start with a menu, a health bar, potions, and perks. So what if Jinwoo is the god? What if it is him casting himself back to the lowest level, cursed with his mother's ailment, just to see if he can ascend once again? Think about it like this. It's like beating a game on easy, then medium, then hard, and then you want to go back in on God mode. One hit, you're dead. It's just a theory, but that's my idea. So let's get on to the season 2 finale. As we creep into episode 10, the stage is set, and guess who has front row courtside tickets? Mr. Jinwoo. S tier versus S tier, the ultimate 5v5 finally begins. We finally get to see all the elite hunters go out. It's a very impressive battle, especially since we haven't seen many S-tier hunters in action. But ultimately, it's just a flashy exhibition match. As expected, Goto, one of the top S-tier hunter, challenges Jinwoo. We all know how this is going to end, but it's kind of funny. Jinwoo, being the cheeky bastard he is, he accepts this battle on one condition. Goto cannot hold back. A very bold move, even coming from Jinwoo, especially since he hasn't seen Goto in action. So, as the fight starts, Goto quickly drops the Mr. Cool Guy act. He's no longer composed, and he is going all in. But before things start to truly spiral out of control, the rest of the hunters put a stop to it. However, Jinwoo, always being one step ahead, using his mages to mirror each one of the people's fighting styles, he does that. He tracks their movements, he maps them. It is pure genius. With that, the other S-tier hunters are getting ready for the big battle against the ants. They're prepped for Jeju Island. Me, I foresee a disaster ahead because Jinwoo, he's sitting back, he's staying at home because his mother just came back from a coma. So he decides to stay back while the rest of them head off to battle. And the battle begins. The great attacks begin. Humans, hunters versus the ants. Boots on the ground. The fourth fight for the Jeju Island is underway. So much history, so much loss, so much emotion. As the hunters push forward, they finally get inside the cave and they go directly to the queen. It's an absolute wrecking ball for these low-tier ants. But then, out of nowhere, she births the black ant. And then it finally happens. The prince of the ants makes his entrance, like a bat out of hell, leading with a decapitation. And then he goes 3 for 3. Just like that, the god tier ant has arrived. And it is bad news for these S tier hunters. They can't hold anything to him. They barely move. And he's going Ultra Instinct. Heads are rolling and decapitations are happening. It is straight DBZ 2004 type meta. As President Bike's team pushes deeper and deeper into the cave to fight the queen, her swarm intensifies. But outside, Team Bravo, Team Charlie are getting obliterated by this S-tier ant killer. Inside, the cave erupts into chaos as well. The hunters unleash everything they've got. President Bike going full beast mode. Not gonna lie, low-key reminds me of the Beast from X-Men. It's a cinematic marvel, no pun intended, but everyone is pushing past their limits. Everyone is fighting together, despite never have fought together as a unit. You got to remember, they all came together. All the top tier hunters in Japan came together to fight on Jeju Island. It is pure, unfiltered adrenaline. And finally, it's finally here. They finally reach the queen, and it's a brutal 5v1. But as they begin to make headway, she lets out a death cry. She lets out a death screech, and we all know what that means. And it happens. You know I love a good soundtrack. And when the Black Ants music cues up, it's like Stone Cold Steve Austin's glass shattering. all you're getting is goosebumps. And there he is, the bipedal prince of the ants with his wings. Damn, he's walking and he's looking cool. It's like that old school Terminator feel. I'm truly speechless. This black ant is the perfect cell. It's Majin Buu final form. It's Goku Blue. It's Madara Uchiha. It's all of that. The horror and the destruction to follow is truly biblical. Episode 11 with the introduction of the Prince of the Black Ant is just pure cinematic magic. And then we get it. Finally. The Black Ant leaves the S-tier hunters for dead. He has came through and just pretty much ran amok on them. He is running wild. And then you hear the wonderful words, exchange. Remember those mages when Jinwoo was stationed fighting the S-tier hunters? When he was sitting courtside? Well, when you put the mages on him, he can swap with them at any time. This show's writing is peak because it always shows you a little bit of a hint and then it comes full circle. But as he exchanges, Jinwoo appears, and we already know that the Awakened One is here for blood. As soon as he sees the Black Ant, he calls all of the generals. Everybody is getting arisen. We've got Egress, we've got Iron, we've got the Dragon, we've got the Bear, we've got all of the guys, and they are here. The other ants begin to part like the Red Sea because their king is coming. The Black Ant is coming. This is it. No magic tricks, no tricks, just a brawl. I'm talking All Lee versus Frazier. Jinwoo and the Black Ant sit there for about 4 minutes and just exchange blows. And I tell you, I'm getting goosebumps. And as it can't get any better, they drop the music. I love a good soundtrack. It's unreal. They start doing potions. They start doing magic. The battle scene is insane. Though, let's be real. It doesn't quite match Jinwoo vs. Egress or Jinwoo vs. Baron. It is a great cinematic scene, but they pushed the envelope so hard early on that this is a good battle, but it doesn't lead up to those two. Those were the GOAT fights, but still, like I said, the animation here is S tier. They poured their entire budget into these last couple of episodes. But we're talking about Jinwoo Song. He begins to get the better of the ant. The Black Ant tries to flee, but you gotta remember, Jinwoo rewrote the rules. He has awakened, he is a god, and he is unstoppable. So, as they continue fighting, the Black Ant runs, but Jinwoo comes for the finishing move. He calls for all of his generals to annihilate the colony of ants. And then Jinwoo pops up, makes the ant bow, and he does the final blow. A true Killer Instinct Ultra combo to defeat the Black Ant. With such peak animation, so much great things happening, it is hard to do an actual episode 13 finale. So they give you the cliche classic ending. There's not much to do except put a perfect bow on another 10 out of 10 season. Jinwoo is the savior of the hunters. He's revived 2 fallen allies with his famous words, "Arise." And just to put the cherry on top, he adds the Black Ant to his roster, becoming his legit first general. That's it. That is the season 2 finale. But you know they had to sprinkle some stuff in there for us. So the teaser is for season 3 are 2 unknown dimensional beings that are going to do something. I don't know if they're searching for Jinwoo's father, who also randomly makes a cameo in the cave, or could they be searching for Jinwoo? I'm not really sure, but we know that a sinister twist is being brewed right now. I can't wait to see season 3 unravel. But that's it. Another banger, another 10 out of 10. This is going for Anime of the Year again, as it did last year. I want to say thank you all for staying up with me week to week, checking out my reviews. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment below. Tell me what your favorite episode of Solo Leveling was, and tell me what your favorite review of mine was. I'll see you all in the next review. I'm out.